When is the next crypto dump? That is a question I got recently. We'll be talking about that today. But none of this content is financial investment advice. This content is intended for educational purposes only. So here's Bitcoin. We're at 104,600. Pretty good monthly close last month. It's the highest monthly close ever. So that is really good for the bulls. One really interesting thing I want to take a look at today is the Bitcoin dominance. And take a specific look. Let me clean this up a little bit. A specific look at this candle here as I point it out for you. This recent monthly candle here. Take a look at it right there. And so you take a look at it. We had a wick up all the way to 65%, and we fell all the way down to 61%. But then buyers really stepped in and bought all the way back up to 64%. So a lot of volatility last month with the Bitcoin dominance. You know, the long lower wick shows that sellers pushed the price down significantly during the month, but the bulls also stepped in to buy it up. But the bulls were a little bit short. So ultimately, the bears won the previous month. The short upper wick shows that there is modest buying pressure above the open, but nothing substantial. Ultimately, it was a red candle. So it's leaning towards the more bearish case, meaning it's leaning towards the Bitcoin dominance could be headed down. But, you know, it's still indecision. There was a failed bullish defense. It is a potential topping signal, which means there's a chance that this could be the short-term top for the Bitcoin dominance. It's possible, but definitely not guaranteeing that because we do need to wait for confirmation. This candle can typically be a warning sign. It's not as strong as a gravestone doji. A gravestone doji is would be a monthly candle where the wick. Actually, wait. Let me think. Gravestone doji is when there's a lot of selling pressure. So if it closed more down here around like 62%, then it would have been a gravestone doji. Anyways, gravestone doji would have been a lot more bearish, and it would have made me feel way more confident that we're going down. But this is so far just a warning sign, no guarantees here. We have had a long uptrend the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months with Bitcoin. Bitcoin has outperformed the altcoins. But the fact that we're getting this pretty bearish candle here brings a little bit of hope that there could be an altcoin run in the coming months. So we still need to look for confirmation the next month, the next 1 to 2 months. If this month in June, if we get a strong bearish candle, that could confirm a trend reversal, and it could confirm a local peak here, right here, if we head down this month. But obviously a bullish candle, if we, you know, if the next month we closed above the previous candle at 65% and above, that would negate the previous month's candle, and we would just continue heading up. So for the more cautious investors, wait for the monthly close for June, and we'll see what the Bitcoin dominance is doing. We'll see if we're heading into an altcoin run or not. All I can say is that there's a warning sign here. There's some caution here, but that's actually could be a bullish sign for altcoins. But like I said, not guaranteed. So quick disclaimer for this video. I'm not going to give any major predictions because June is an extremely volatile month, it looks like here. It shows that with the technical analysis and the astrology, it's a turning point month, and we don't have crystal clarity on which direction we're going. There are some warning signs, such as the one that I just showed here. But man, very difficult to predict. So I'm just going to give an overview of what I'm seeing, and you're going to have to make your own decisions. I cannot do this for you. I can't tell you. You know, a lot of people want to know, are we going up 100% certain, or are we going down 100% certain? There is no guarantees in this game of investing, and that's what makes it exciting. If we always knew 100% which way the market was going, then we'd all be trillionaires, wouldn't we? Or at least billionaires, because then it would be easy. We'd all be rich. The game is not meant to be easy. That's just how it's designed. So if you're hoping for 100% accuracy predictions, then this is not your channel. Nor should you expect that from anyone talking on the internet or any of the experts out there, because nobody gets it right 100%. All right, anyways, get off my soapbox for now. The next thing I wanted to peek at is the astrology, shall we? And let me know in the comments in the live feed what your questions are as well. I'll see if we have time to cover it. Let me move this over. Okay, so we have the Bitcoin chart. Now Jupiter, the planet of expansion, very optimistic planet, the planet of luck, is ingressing into the sign of Cancer soon. And right when that happens, Mercury is conjunct Jupiter, is squaring Saturn and Neptune. So we get an initial check there with Saturn. Saturn can bring tough lessons in reality. And then Neptune can bring confusion, can bring delusions in the market. Markets usually don't like that. Mercury, the planet of trading, is squaring those two planets. So definitely some caution there. And that is happening coming up. That's more towards June 9th and June 10th. So, I mean, anything could happen. We could get a correction of some sort. I don't know if it's going to be a very large correction. It might not be. And then let's see when Jupiter is going to square Saturn. That's coming up around June 15th, June 16th. But that's the third and final pass. So like I said, this planet right here, squaring Saturn. This actually doesn't have anything to do with the Bitcoin chart so far. These are just the transits of the outer planets of the general astrology. And then towards the end, let's see, right around June 19th, Jupiter's going to square Neptune. Could bring a little confusion into the markets. Markets don't like confusion, so we could also see a downturn around June 19th, June 20th. And then I'll also take a look at the Bitcoin astrology. We do have Saturn squaring the Bitcoin Pluto on June 17th. That's a bit of a wild card. Definitely not certain what's going to happen with that one, but the themes, let's see. Yeah, it's like a butterfly emerging from the cocoon. So transformation, things of that nature. Yeah, that's a bit of a wild card, but it definitely leans a little bit bearish. So we certainly could get a dump around June 17th. Then we have, let's see. We already had Mars opposing the Bitcoin Neptune on June 4th. We are getting a dump with that. We've moved down a bit. The Bitcoin price. There is a short term. This actually makes a lot of sense. So we could get a little pump into June 11th, around there, June 10th, depending on what time zone you are in. Because Jupiter trining the Bitcoin Venus is positive, and Jupiter, the planet of expansion, making a positive trine to Bitcoin Venus, which is a sensitive area on the Bitcoin chart. I remember back in 2022 when Saturn conjuncted the Bitcoin Venus, and we had a big dump because Saturn can bring big contractions. That's when we had the Silicon Valley Bank collapse. All right, that was back in, what was that, March 2020? 2023. is the right year for it. So now we have actually a very positive Jupiter, the planet of expansion, trining the Bitcoin Venus, the planet of money and what we value, June 11th. So we could get a little bit of a pump June 11th. But that could be a short-term pump because right after we then have Jupiter opposing the Bitcoin Pluto. The Bitcoin Pluto is also a sensitive area on the chart. So we could get a little bit of a contraction around June 16th. And that actually lines up with what I'm thinking for the technical analysis, where we could be getting an ABC correction, which I believe has already started in the past week. So I'll show you that on the chart in a moment here. So stick around and definitely hit that subscribe button to support the channel, putting out these free videos for you. So if you find this valuable, definitely subscribe and share it with a friend or family member who could benefit as well. Then we're getting Mars opposing the Bitcoin Venus. Pretty bit negative there. Mars can bring sharp corrections on June 18th. So that's a bit bearish as well. Then we get these three trines, which are a bit more positive. I wouldn't get too excited though, because we then have these three hard aspects here. But more importantly, we're getting Jupiter squaring the Bitcoin moon on June 30th. And the last time this happened was a long time ago, I believe back in 2016, around there. I'll have to double check that. But the last time I remember that it was close to a market bottom, a local market bottom. And so we could also get a local bottom around June 30th or June 29th if you're in the United States. So that's really interesting. And that lines up pretty closely with what I'm thinking in terms of an ABC correction with the technical analysis. So if we go to the Bitcoin chart, let's go to the daily, and there's a chance we've already started an ABC correction, and it could be something like this, maybe like an A, B. I don't know how high we'll go here, but it could be like this or something. I also don't know how low we'll go. I don't know if we'll just go to like 102. Or, actually, oh, this could even go out all the way over here. Oh, that actually, oh, this is getting interesting. So if I zoom out, take a look at this yellow line, and Bitcoin's been following that pretty closely. So that's the global liquidity line, which is offset a certain amount of days. I have to double check. What's the offset? It's offset 98 days. That lines up pretty closely. As you can see, you know, when the global liquidity started going up last year in October, Bitcoin just went off on a mega run, went all the way up to 108,000. And then as the global liquidity peaked, not exactly on the day, but pretty soon after, well, like a couple weeks after, then Bitcoin also peaked. And then global liquidity fell down, Bitcoin fell down, altcoins got smashed. And then the global liquidity started going up. Bitcoin front ran it a little bit, arguably. Yeah, and Bitcoin and the global liquidity is both going up again. And the global liquidity continues to go up all the way to September 11th and maybe further. Not bad. However, that's when the total lunar eclipse is. Big concern there. If you want to stay tuned about the September total lunar eclipse, definitely subscribe and stay tuned for more updates on that, because it's going to be a really important month that I'll be updating you guys in the coming months. So stay tuned for that. But take a look how the global liquidity is going up, but then it falls down again. And that's in the month of June here. So could we be in for like an A? None of this is guaranteed, but if we do follow something close to the global liquidity, I mean, it could even be, it's not always perfectly lined up with the global liquidity, but it could be something like this. I don't know if we're gonna head down to like 102, but look how there's a little dip here, arguably towards the end of June on the yellow line there. Either we go to like 102 or we go down to like, we could go down to 96, or if it's really bad, to like 92. But to be more cautious, maybe like 97 or something. Before heading back up. And if that's the case, there should be a lot of fear that enters the market. And by that point, I would be buying that dip. I have like 12% cash left because I think we would continue up like that. So that's what I'm thinking. What do y'all think? Would y'all like that scenario? Little correction here, and then we head into the boom of the crypto run, and we would likely get a very nice altcoin run. So we could get a really nice altcoin run, I would guess. It could start in June, not guaranteed, but yeah, especially June heading into July. So that's why I am planning to buy hard on any dumps. So I've already been nibbling a little bit in here. I'll see if we head up further. If we get any more dumps like this, then I'll be continuing to accumulate. So that's just what I'm doing. You guys got to make your own decisions. Okay. Giving you guys some good information here, y'all. So definitely stay tuned for more epic videos. Smash the subscribe button. Thanks for the comment on my hair. I got a haircut. It's a little shorter than I wanted, but just got to go with it. You know, can't always get exactly what you want. You can't always get what you want, but if you try sometimes, you just might find you get what you need. Okay, do you guys want to turn on some crypto music? Haven't done that in a while. Might as well. All right, check out and take a listen to this epic crypto music. All right, peace out, guys.
In the world of crypto, we take our stand. A huddle all day with our dreams so grand. BTFD like it's magic, watch our riches grow. Sats climbing higher, it's a lively show. Mercury spinning, causing some confusion, but we ride the waves with no hesitation. Crypto Astro, guiding our way through the ups and downs every single day. To the moon we soar, with spirits so high, join the dance of fate, let our dreams fly. Full moon rising, Bitcoin takes a flight, new moon creeping, we hold on tight. Bull market shining, no place for fear. Bear market whispers, but we persevere. Not your keys, not your coin, we know the rule. Money printer go brr, we play it cool. Crypto Astro, guiding our way through the ups and downs every single day. To the moon we soar, with spirits so high, join the dance of fate, let our dreams fly. Not your keys, not your coin, we know the rule. Money printer go brr, we play it cool. Crypto Astro, guiding our way through the ups and downs every single day. To the moon we soar, with spirits so high, join the dance of fate, let our dreams fly. In this crypto world, we're never alone. With each new game, together we've grown.
Thanks everybody for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace out.